wait till I tell Mum about
Greetings, Your Majesty. At your service.
Can I be of
Madam.
At your orders, Mum.
Ah, it's our Oh, you can dance, can you? Oh, yes you can.
Ciao, woo!
Oh, that was great!
Long live the Queen!
Yeah, well, we can all dance if we want to.
Majesty. Hello, ma'am.
Ah, it's the great ruler. Hello.
I'm not sure if I all right.
Woo!
I'm gonna let it do the boob.
I'm gonna give you. Yeah. Just that.
Oh, that was nice. Everything all right, Your Majesty? Now that's class. Real class. Not bad, mate. Not bad at all. Your Majesty. Well, hello there. Yeah. Hey. Right worthy stuff. Well done. My lady.
Her Majesty, the Queen of Albion.
Greetings, my lady.
Salutations, my most gracious lady.
Your most gracious Majesty.
Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the Battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Reva shall stand against her.
You may speak. Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask that the old quarter be rebuilt, and its former residents rehomed. You wouldn't just be helping those in great need. You'd be sending a message to your people. They're scared, Your Majesty. Let them know they can count on you.
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The Queen has reached her decision. The Old Quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty.
Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Reva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn Old Quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new Old Quarter.
It breaks one's heart to see the treasury so empty. If we don't do something about it, we will all die. And I have some very definitive retirement plans. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. The people will be delighted, Your Majesty. But will they thank you when they are dead? Not unless they are turned into some sort of awful zombie creatures. That isn't what is going to happen, is it? Anyway, this will leave a sizable gap in the treasury. Unless you can cover the expenses out of your own pocket, I'm afraid we shall be in dire straits indeed. Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared. As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen. Today you decide on the decor of the castle. Two of Albion's greatest interior designers have come to present their suggestions.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I am Herman Worthy, and I have a design in mind that will blow your little royal socks off. Imagine a celestial scheme capable of lifting the shadows that haunt these halls. A fabulous balance of serene hues that announce to the world, I am a strong, virtuous leader. Hear me roar. But also, look how pretty my home is. You are an enlightened queen. Let the heart of your castle be enlightened too.
Celestial? Serene? Pretty? Do you wish to be known as a ruler or as a fool? I am Sybil Maleficent, Your Majesty, and I can tell you that people respect what they fear. This castle should be a fortress of dread. I propose that we flood the rooms and corridors with blood, or at least a suitable paint substitute. Let all those who look upon this palace know terror, whether they be your subjects or your enemies.
It may seem trivial, but appearances can affect the opinion of the entire kingdom. The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
I wish this to be an enlightened castle.
Oh, fabulous, Your Majesty, fabulous! Your castle will be a vision of purity.
And what's more, fashion and good taste must choke down their nausea.
Greetings, lady.
Today you decide on the future of Aurora. Kaelin will speak for her people. Riva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
I am here to seek the protection you promised. It is too long since my people felt safe, or knew of life without suffering. We were honored to join your fight to claim Albion. Now it is time we joined your kingdom. Do what your brother failed to do. Help us to rebuild Aurora, and protect it as you would your own land.
There is nothing so noble as embracing other cultures, and I, for one, could not be happier to count Aurora as part of Albion. But surely they must work for that privilege, and I happen to know just how to put them to good service. There is an abandoned mine in the Auroran desert that holds enough materials to benefit the whole kingdom. Let us employ Kaelin and her people to gather what resources there may be. That can be their payment.
You are talking about forced labor.
Well, let's not get bogged down in semantics. It's a fair transaction.
I know you will not break your oath. You understand what we have been through.
The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
I will keep my promise. Aurora will become part of Albion, and its people will be our equals in every way.
The Queen has spoken. Aurora shall be rebuilt as part of Albion, and equal to every other part of the kingdom.
Thank you, Majesty. You have proven to be a woman of honor. Aurora is proud to stand at your side.
Welcome to the new and improved Aurora, an oasis of friendship, camaraderie, and many other lovely things. Visit the city that Riva Industries rebuilt from sand, stone, and corpses. Enjoy the sunshine, the odd local customs, and the heavy soldier presence. Aurora, a light blooming in the darkness.
A most brave decision in court today, Your Majesty. Aurora might have proven to be a rather profitable resource, but I'm sure we can find other means of filling the treasury. As a matter of fact, we could already have stumbled upon such an opportunity. Aurora may not turn out to be a waste after all. It seems that a group of Albion explorers visiting Aurora have discovered a rare diamond in the desert. They heard the legend of this extraordinary gem from the locals, and understandably set out to find it, without a moment's regard for their own lives. Which may go some way to explaining why only one of the explorers returned in one piece. He came back empty-handed, speaking of the hideous desert beings protecting the treasure. Think of the glory, Your Majesty, the adventure, the romance, the large sums of money we stand to make. The diamond is located in one of the caves beneath the Auroran wasteland, reportedly the site of an ancient, abandoned temple. You need only to take it.
Greetings, madam. Attention!
At your service. How are you this fine day, madam?
Greetings, Your Majesty.
My queen?
Nice to see
Well
you.
met.
Ah, it's our mighty...
Hello, madam.
At your service, my
My
queen.
lady.
Attention.
My lady.
Oh, Your Majesty.
Ready to serve, Your Majesty.
The Queen! Hello there. Hello, you lady.
My lady.
It's the Queen! Wow!
Time to get up. Hello, great queen. That battle really made the old quarter uninhabitable. Thank
Your
goodness
quarter's
it's being
really
rebuilt.
nice. I
I
think
bet you
pretty
sleep
too.
on a big pile of gold, don't you? Hello there, Your Majesty. I hope you're well. Hello, Your Majesty.
Let me buy your unwanted items. Fair price paid.
Not too shabby. Our jewels will blind you with their brilliance.
The best-selling items in all of Bowerstone.
At your service.
Hello, superhero.
Very nice indeed.
To see you, Your Majesty. Always a joy to see you, Your Royal Grand.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
We should make you an honorary...
Hello,
Your
to you,
Majesty.
Stars above.
The promise you made to Kaelin is now on the wall with the others.
I cannot tell you what joy it brings me to see you crowned queen at last. I served proudly under your mother when she sat on the throne, and I will continue to serve you to the best of my abilities. But becoming a ruler does not mean you cease to be a hero. That is why I shall remain in the sanctuary. It is where I belong, after all. And with this new...
I'm afraid your property was irreparably damaged during the battle. You've acquired a full royal suit, which I have displayed in the place of honor. Which reminds me, I have to find somewhere else to store my spare apron.
It shall stay that way until you alter it. That's just the outfit I would have chosen. Oh dear, that didn't come out right. As you like.
Wonderful. Any other business to attend to? If you're not too... A new sword has been added to your collection. Is a different weapon required? If you want to inflict the greatest possible damage in melee combat, you want a hammer. The bigger, the better.
There are new trophies on display in your trophy room. I decided that was the most appropriate place to put them. This room is quite enormous. I wonder how much wealth it would take to fill it. In with the new, I always say, though I prefer to keep the old handy as well. You never know when you might find a use for the old. Here is where you can determine whether you want to be able to see other heroes' orbs, which sounds a bit...
good looking. My wife said...
Ah.
Oh, it's such fun. And if I remember...
Ah. Whoa!
Hey! Chow, woo!
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Greetings.
give you. Yeah. Yeah.
I could love someone like you, with only a bit more prodding. I would... This promises to be exciting. Come then, take my hand. A helping hand, eh?
At your command.
Hello to you, Your Majesty.
Hello, Your Majesty.
You are too quick. Wait for me.
Hello, Your
So,
Majesty.
what was all that about? Should we not be on our way? Or do you not want to go out with me anymore? If I must, lead on.
We are very fond of you around here. The pawnbroker seems honest enough. As far as a pawnbroker can be honest, of course.
Yes, ma'am. Hello there, Your Majesty.
Someone should find where those sand furies come from and get rid of them.
Take your time.
At your service.
Find the right thing for you.
You have chosen a delightful place for our date.
Who walks among us? How are you, Your Majesty? If you water your dreams with fear and worry, only choking weeds will grow. The arrogant will not find respect, nor will the violent find peace.
Ah! Oh,
We expect good things from you.
I hope you enjoyed yourself. I certainly did. I am falling for you. Falling hard.
Kaelin is a good...
Ah, it is you.
It is
Always
thanks to
a
her
pleasure.
that we still live and prosper. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Hey.
Ah.
You are a bit of a tease. Greetings. That is so...
Oh, that was... No!
I've seen some brutal
Not
battles,
bad,
no doubt.
really.
That is wrong.
Can
And-
anyone tell me
so
where the
right.
nearest blacksmith job might be?
I have never been so afraid. I am hardly worthy to speak.
Oh, hello.
oh.
Hello.
That was beautiful.
Yes,
Right here, right now.
Hello, Your Majesty.
All we need is a ring.
Hello, Your Majesty. Hello to you, Your Highness.
Hello, your awesome supremeness.
Madam?
Ah, my lady.
Wow! They'll kick you out the door, pronto, Lord!
My lady. We have
sure
the
ever will.
finest product.
You were looking well
Albion.
today. Oh my! It's the... Why, hello, Your Majesty.
Well, hi dear.
Your Majesty?
Hi there, darling. Oh, the Queen!
By thunder!
Our jewels will blind you with their brilliance.
Majesty?
The Queen! Wow!
Sell me your unwanted
there.
items.
Your Majesty.
I want to
Greetings,
buy
madam.
them.
Madam?
Cool, the Queen. Wait till I tell Mum about Queen. Hello there. Yay! I hope I look as cool as you when I'm a witty princess.
Just so good!
Your clothes are good for a silly grown-up.
Hail and well met, your most gracious Majesty.
Ooh. I do believe the mood around the kingdom has been improving lately, thanks to you, Your Highness.
Very cheery.
Shall we dance? Oh, yes. What a good movie you are. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much. Oh, I say.
You look really
Hey!
Diamonds or something?
Hail and well met.
Oh, yes, you lovely man. Oh, extremely appealing.
I'm having the best day.
Oh, my. Hello.
I'm
no,
going
no,
to give you...
By thunder, it's the Queen herself.
Capital.
Hail, mighty sovereign.
Apparently, the local shops sometimes have sales. I pay no attention to such things, of course. My mood was... Lovely. Oh. I say, do this and we shall be friends. I have an errand for you. A simple errand involving the fetching of a certain object for me. I hope you can help. Capital, capital. Bring it back when you find it, huh? Do you know, sometimes I wonder if my servants mean to poison me. If they don't, I'm being far too lenient with them. It is such a delightful day, is it not? I say, how's that?
Salutations, mighty queen.
By thunder, it's the Queen herself.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Yes, ma'am.
Well met, my lady.
Have you checked the sanctuary shop recently? I believe there are new items.
Madam?
Hello, Your Majesty. Attention.
Hello, my lady.
Majesty. Hello there, Your Majesty.
You were looking well today, my lady.
At your orders, ma'am. Attention.
Milady. My queen. Greetings, madam.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account? It is almost too perfect to waste on anything as trivial as protecting the kingdom, wouldn't you say, Your Majesty? Who knew that Auroran sandpit could hold such wonders?
Welcome to the sanctuary. Your dog can learn to find more well-hidden treasures through training. There's a new gift for you. You do spend quite a lot of time running around the world. I hope you're not overdoing it.
A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, Your Majesty. Bravo. The treasury is looking rather sickly, wouldn't you agree? We must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. Discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished. The treasury is looking rather sickly, wouldn't you agree? We must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the Treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to help the children who have already been born? Of course, you may also choose to keep Logan's policies. The matter is entirely in your hands. Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the Treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day. As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reva's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining. I'm quite certain you will make the correct choices. You always do. Await you in the throne room. They make quite a double act, don't they? Page's demands are not entirely reasonable, and they would strike a chord with the populace, but we must always keep in mind the cost.
At your orders, ma'am. Ah, Your Majesty. Hello.
Your Majesty.
All stand to attention for the Queen. This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Page will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded and the building has fallen into disrepair. Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a
We will
better
renovate
future
the shelter
for Albion's
and
forgotten
orphanage.
people.
The Bowerstone shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Riva Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue: the disposal of the city's waste. Riva will offer his proposal. A member
Oh
of
my
the Morningwood
frick.
community will stand
Humans
against
waste?
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear it is not merely the stench of the underprivileged. Bowerstone is beginning to have a serious waste disposal issue. We require an inexpensive and efficient solution, and I believe I have hit upon one. Now, currently, part of our waste is being disposed of in the Morningwood Marsh. With very little effort, Riva Industries could redirect all of the Bowerstone sewer system to flow directly into that region. As you know, it's a desolate place with no financial or cultural value to the kingdom. There can be little discussion as to the logic of this decision.
Hang on, this isn't right. Not right at all. We're all children of the soil. It's in our hearts, it's in our blood. It's under our fingernails. What I mean is, we're all equal when it comes to dirt, like. From dirt we come to dirt we go, yes? We who reside in Morningwood have as good a claim to being clean as anyone. And what of Morningwood itself? Its nature spirits, its woodland elves, and water fairies. Do they not deserve freedom from pollution too? Don't destroy paradise with your urban dregs, man. Channel the waste. Be one with the cycle of life. You have all these, like, factories and stuff, don't you? Turn one into a, you know, what do you call it? One of those things, a sewage reclamation facility. Right on.
What shall you decide, Your Majesty?
Oh, that's gonna give us money.
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled.
Oh yeah.
We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The Queen has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The Sanitation Committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You were in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
At least we're making some money up. At least we're getting the money back up again.
Page is very influential among the people of the city. It was very clever of you to enlist her as an ally.
Probably when you pull out your powers or your weapons or stuff like that, it doesn't frighten the people like Fable 2 it does.
At your command. Greetings, ma'am. Hello. At your orders, ma'am. Hello there, your majesty. Hello.
Hey there.
One of the guards are calling her mom.
Hello, ma'am.
Unless that's her child. Unless that's her. At least that is her kid, maybe. Because she had a baby, but I think her. Oh, I think one of her children just became one of the guards. Guards, cease. Get him, cease attack, kill.
Hello there.
Your Majesty.
Wow, it's a queen!
Madam.
Madam.
It's not every day a queen walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here. Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Or have different sides go at war. Like the rebels up against the thugs. Like the rebels are at war with the thugs. And my guards are just the guards of my castle, and her brother's guards is at war with the darkness monsters.
I do not like that.
Thank you for your custom. My lady, I know you've got something you can spare.
Greetings, my liege.
Nice. How are you this far? Ah, my lady.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The Queen, no less. Have at her, fellas.
Cruel fool. That's what you're gonna be. Shot you good man. Time to spill some blood, then. Just make sure it's not out there. That shot looks nasty.
It is no longer
got them.
advantageous for any of us to frequent their hideout in industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Logan did nothing.
Trust your well, madam.
At least our queen
Long
seems
live
to
the
care.
Queen!
Oh my. Hail and well met, your
Hello, hello. Greetings, Royal Majesty.
Is all
Greetings.
Well met.
madam.
Hello there, Your Majesty. My queen.
I remember what this place is. Down here, I never had a door in Fable 2.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Killer! Fast!
I love killing rituals. Excellent parry.
You might have a look in the sanctuary shop. I'm quite certain there is something new in there.
Why that terrible sound happens.
Someone's gonna get killed. You killed him, and it was his turn to make.
Open up, you sack of garbage. Open your door up so I can kill you.
Stop shooting our boys, you moon-faced boob! Now stand still while I blow your head off. Glad that was you what got shot, not me. I can't live one more day in this cell.
This is going to be an interesting fight. Take that, you cheeky man. Why can't you fight it up? Kill her! Kill her now! Watch it! You'll shoot someone's arm!
I'll fix you. It's a
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
I killed a lot of these things before.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
That pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But that's for the Queen to decide.
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
I'm sorry to say we are falling well short of expectations. The treasury holds nowhere near enough gold. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished among the commoners. They feel, rather reasonably, that it leads to improper behavior and raucous public spectacles. These concerned nobles are willing to pay handsomely for the change in policy. Meanwhile, the commoners themselves would like the restrictions completely lifted, claiming they infringe upon their freedom and their rights. You cannot please everyone. As you wish. Let the streets be filled with poor, drunken revelers. Perhaps it will take their minds off their impending doom. This will leave a noticeable gap in our budget, however. If you are feeling particularly generous, you may wish to make a personal donation to bridge that gap. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead. Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
How many more of this?
At your orders, Mom. Greetings, Mom.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen. Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty. Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Riva will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
She has a cut on her face.
Your Majesty, it was your mother who opened the doors to Albion's greatest seat of learning. Under her rule, knowledge and culture flourished, and so did the people of Brightwall. I ask only that you return to the wisdom of those days. Your brother closed the academy down, but it is in your hands to restore it.
There is no greater proponent of the arts than myself, and I celebrate knowledge in all its forms. But our people are frightened and confused. The last thing they need is knowledge. Allow them the benefit of ignorance. Let only those who are truly prepared make use of the academy. The elite of our society will pay handsomely to indulge in erudition.
But only the rich will be able to afford to learn.
The Brightwall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Brightwall Academy shall be reopened, and Albion will once again have a free centre of learning.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. This is the start of a new day for us all.
Very well. I will make the arrangements at once. Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy. Whatever you earn, it's the place to learn.
The court summons Page and Riva. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Riva will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found that the waterbed is rich in valuable metals. Now, as amusing as it would be to make workers hold their breath as they mine these resources, I fear it would be impractical. Instead, we have no choice but to dam the river and drain the lake of all water. Once that is done, we will have a ready-made quarry, ripe for the plucking. It will be a pity to disfigure the landscape so close to my former home, but it is a sensible course of action in light of our current needs.
Bower Lake is the last piece of natural beauty remaining in Bowerstone. It belongs to our history and should be protected. Don't take it away from us. You'll be taking away part of this city's soul with it.
Oh, really?
Now that we've finally freed the people of this city, are we going to destroy the one place they can find peace?
The decision is yours to make, Your Majesty.
Page is right. We must protect our natural resources. Bower Lake is to be left untouched.
The Queen has ruled. Bower Lake's natural beauty is hereby protected by order of the Crown.
Thank you. Let's show the world Albion is worth defending.
Is a pretty view worth more than a treasury full of gold? I bow to your greater wisdom. As someone whose home has overlooked the resplendent Bower Lake, I am pleased to declare the official protection of this natural wonder. May its water drown anyone who doesn't appreciate its beauty.
My God, if you heard it, I farted.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury. Her only request is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Madam. Attention.
At your orders, ma'am. At your service.
Yippee! Yay!
At your orders, ma'am.
Hail to thee, beloved Majesty.
My lady. Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
Ah, Your Majesty.
You're great.
How are
Hello.
you this
Because
fine
it's
day?
Greetings, Your Majesty.
I love you, Mummy.
The Queen!
Hello, superhero.
The Queen! Wow! No!
Oh! Nice. That tickle. Wait. Wait till I tell.
You should keep checking my shop. You never know when I might have a sale on.
Will you teach me to do that? Rubbish. Your mum's really funny.
Wow, those are really cool clothes. I'm always
Your
telling
daughter's
you,
really
Mum's
good.
so funny. She's always telling on me. When I grow up, I want to look as cool as you.
That is completely awful. Aww. Aww. Woohoo! Aww. See? Mummy, I need you to do something for me. Great! I can't wait.
Best thing is when you find a finger
Yeah,
floating in your
that's
glass.
gross.
Then you get...
You got it! Yippee! Yay! That was great! I love you, Mum. run, will you? Please?
Greetings, Mum.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Got you a nice present, dear. Open it. Oh, just realised I'm running late. See you later.
I really like you. I'll go so far as to say...
Milady.
Attention! I'm at your command.
Foul creatures. I think I should have moved the alcohol limit.
Look, I know where the thief is. He fled into the woods.
Madam, I understand you want to recover what you've lost, but those woods are simply too dangerous. It would be suicide to enter them without combat experience, or training, or skill.
I don't want to enter them. I want you to.
Right. I was talking about me.
Oh, just forget it. Ah, Your Majesty, it's such an honor to have you here. If only fate hadn't conspired to make me look like a fool. Beware the woods, Your Majesty. The soldiers may be superstitious, but there's no denying dangerous beasts lurk within. Good luck. I know you will succeed.
Ah, Your Majesty. Hello.
Looking for the statue, Your Majesty. Follow the white belfry.
Kinda got me somewhere.
Right, you monster. Prepare to meet your... Oh, I'm so sorry. For a moment there, I thought you were a Belverine. Damn things are always trying to get through our defenses. We burn silver nitrate in those lamps to keep them out. Kills them pretty quick if they hang around for too long. If a lamp goes out, well, I don't like to think what might happen then. One went out just recently, but we got it lit again fast. The man responsible, this bloke Connor, got punished. Severely. Before he disappears into the forest, he tells us there's gonna be a reckoning. He's probably in 25 different stomachs right now. That's my reckoning. You can come on out, everyone. It's safe.
You've got a lot of followers amongst the people, you know, Your Majesty. Hello, great queen.
Hello, my lady.
Dog?
Your Majesty, I've been expecting you. Been through the village, have you? Charming hamlet. It's full of warm, wonderful people who'll give you the shirt off their back and condemn you to death for one simple mistake. Anyone can fall asleep on watch. You exile him into this forest and call it justice? But enough about that. You're here for that statue. It's quite a remarkable thing. It did everything the legend said it would. And now I don't need it anymore. It's funny how things change. So if you want to take it back to that prig in Millfields, it's yours. Nearly free of charge. All I ask is a small favor. Destroy those silver nitrate lanterns. Then the village will get a taste of justice. The choice is yours. And it's a simple one. How simple? If you decline, my brothers will kill you. Ah, well. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Still, your choice won't save the village. Now that I'm the leader of the pack, we've got some brains to go with our brawn. We'll lose a few of the weaker members, but we'll deal with those lanterns on our own. In the meantime, killing you will be a good way to, shall we say, get the blood flowing.
stronger than I imagined.
Your Majesty, but not strong enough. Prepare yourself for death.
Thank you. Thank you. You've saved us from certain destruction. We're in your debt. You'll always be welcome here, should you wish to return. Connor had this on him. It looks like a Belverine. It's yours if you want it.
You've got to watch out for shortages in the shops.
Ah, my lady.
Yes, Mom.
You're back. Did you find the thief? Did you recover the statue?
Of course she did. She is the Queen, and thus infallible. If you will hand the statue to me, Your Majesty, I will endeavor to appraise it.
Questioning my integrity?
That filth is, well, filthy.
You found it? Oh, I can barely contain my tears. Oh, excuse me, Your Majesty. I can't let you see me this way. And please, make good use of it.
Nobles, always so melodramatic. As for this little item, it is every bit as valuable as I hoped it would be. The Prophet shall make a welcome addition to the treasury, unless, of course, well, it is your statue now. You could always opt to keep the proceeds for yourself and administer them as you see fit. What do you wish to do, my queen? And who could begrudge you such a trinket? Did you not risk your life to recover it? I will make sure it fetches a good price, Majesty.
At your command.
Hello! I pronounce you to be the most talented, the most praising hero I ever encountered.
Relations with my wife became strictly...
Oh, there we go. I first thought it was screwing up. I was like, oh dear.
With the fatidic attack not far away now, it is rather discouraging to see the Treasury doing so poorly. We must steel ourselves for some hard choices if we wish to survive. As for today's first order of business, you may have heard about the dire situation the kingdom's economy finds itself in. Logan's policies always kept our cities on the edge of bankruptcy, and the panic caused by the fast-approaching darkness has only exacerbated the situation. I'm afraid the only way to stop this slide into ruin is to bail out Bowerstone's financial institutions. The people are looking at you to save them from economic disaster. But remember that doing so may condemn them to a much darker and bloodier fate. What shall we do, Your Majesty? You are such a giving, magnanimous person. Very well, I will make the arrangements. Life will be easier for your subjects for a while, but the Treasury will not easily recover. I only hope we haven't thrown away our chances of survival. Of course, you could always replenish our gold supplies by donating from your personal funds. Shall we proceed with today's agenda? Kalin, the representative for the Auroran people, has requested an audience with you. The court awaits in the throne room.
Right. I have a better plan.
Your presence is required in the throne room, Your Majesty.
Command, my lady.
Sickening stuff.
And another thing.
Give it a rest.
Wait, you're not my brother-in-law.
It's saving.
How are you?
All stand to attention for the Queen of Albion. Today you must decide how much protection to grant Aurora. Kalin will offer her proposal. Riva will stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, as you know, the threat from the deserts that surrounds my city has not diminished. The darkness could fall upon us once more at any moment. Aurora is part of your kingdom now, and I ask that you grant us protection. Build a desert outpost that can warn my people should the crawler attack. It shall allow us to...
Aurora is under our protection. It is our duty to build this outpost.
The Queen's decision is final. A military outpost shall be erected in the deserts that surround Aurora.
We shall not forget this gesture. Aurora thanks you.
Ah, you are a whimsical monarch, and that is why you are so beloved. Very well, it shall be done. Riva Industries is proud to present an exotic tale of romance, adventure, and sand. The Desert Outpost.
Bring forth Sabine of the Mistpeak Dwellers. Today, you decide on the fate of Mistpeak, home of the Dwellers, Your Majesty. Sabine will speak for his people and their land. Riva will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
I come here seeking nothing but what was promised me and my people. You pledged to restore our home mountains and our right to dwell in them. We have fulfilled our end of the bargain. We have paid with our lives to sit you on that throne. Now you must fulfill your end. Undo the damage your brother did to our land, and our agreement shall be satisfied.
Your Majesty, this sounds both an unnecessary expense and an impudent demand. What value is there in...
I will keep my promise to the dwellers. The Mistpeak Mountains shall be restored.
Mistpeak shall become a protected region, and the Dwellers shall be granted...
Holy crap, look at all the followers I've been ganging up.
...and resources.
You are true to your word and your honor. The Dwellers will stand by you till the end.
The forests of Mistpeak are our greatest national treasure, and now, thanks to Riva Industries, they have returned to their past splendor. Dwellers, birds, and bunnies are free to roam, laugh, and kill each other as nature intended. Who needs all that lumber anyway? Happy anniversary, Your Majesty. 1 year as Queen of Albion. Doesn't time just fly? To celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then, you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see, you will also be...
Man, we're getting pretty far with this queen thing. Queen Elizabeth! Oh, that actually is a queen in real life.
The day has come, Queen. It is time for you to face the darkness. But you will do so in your true form. Over the past year, you have made decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects. You have tried to be a just and popular ruler, but your good intentions have come at a great cost. Most of your people will not survive this attack, but you are more than a queen. You are a hero. You are Albion's champion. It's
yes! This is what happens, guys, if you choose the good choice.
had to take Logan's place. Only you can defeat the creature that dwells in the shadows. If you do not, your kingdom will be gone, and you will die with it. Now go. Do what you were born to do.
Wait, her face looked pretty pale. Well, that's what happens if you get beat up. Who knows? It could be makeup on her. Who knows? Now I don't have to worry about that side, which is a good thing. For that, I need 80 for that. Well, that used to be in the middle, wasn't it? Well, those are really expensive. Holy frick. Oh, I made a new subscriber. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for that subscribe.
The darkness has reached Power Stone. The attack has barely begun, but already we have suffered terrible casualties. We simply weren't ready. If we don't act quickly, there may not be a kingdom left to defend by dawn.
We have to get out on the streets, now!
Today we fight for Albion!
For Albion!
This story of Fable 3 is just getting better and better.
You think you can win? Well, so do I.
First, guys, I'm gonna have to do something on first for that other Fable video I'm putting out. We're already getting a light. Oh, and I'm getting another like right in front of me yet. That's awesome. Let's rock this.
Right, we're gonna kick
Holy frick, our standing soldier.
We have to find it. The night brings the cow. But this is the kingdom of unlight now. This is the kingdom of death.
Okay, you're nasty, man.
Shining from your broken bodies. It is a transgression against the night. You have done such hurtful things. The people below shall rejoice in your death. You are the flowers the children will pick and cast into dead water.
Actually, it's got a achievement for that. Okay, you have to keep saying those things. Those things are so weak.
You rip like insect wings in our hand. You can never escape darkness. It flocks to you always.
Fart keeps farting more. Give me more of that fart.
The Dark Guardian shall protect the children always. Mercy and help and love have no substance in the dark. embrace, go softly into the dark, and all will be well.
Not so fast.
Your chorus, Albion. It soars above you, a beautiful cloud, an invisible death mask for your world.
And all our team didn't even stand a chance, it's just us.
Our protector, our sentinel, the engine in the dark.
I'm always sick of these things now.
Excellent! How come we don't have the best solution against these things?
We cannot be stopped! Have you not realized that yet?
Well, you guys are 2 weeks, of course you guys could be stopped.
Will you please keep your distance so I can
How you will never see them again.
I can feel it. We're getting close to that thing. Where are you? Show yourself.
The lost sheep returns to the flock. No one ever leaves the darkness behind. Do you see? Do you see what you have allowed? We are all shadows now.
Hey, I can't get through!
The shadows taste of death.
Kill it!
Don't fight back, my child. I have cared for you. I have taught you. I have made you. You rule over a graveyard. Is that what you wanted? We are the swarm. We are the swarm. All that you love will become shadow. All that you see will become death.
Tainted, broken little toys.
I am shadow and death. You are already dead inside. Join me in darkness. Don't fight back, my child. I have cared for you.
graveyard. Is that what you wanted? You made us do it. You made us. Don't fight back, my child. I have cared for you. I have taught you. I have made you. You made us do it. You made us. The shadows taste of death. You are already dead inside. Join me in darkness. Tainted, tainted, broken little toys. Shadow and death. Let me go! Let me go! You took away the darkness. It's been inside me all this time. But it's light now. I can see the sky. And it's light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great queen once, the mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say.
Teach me to be a hero.
You've done me proud. You've always done me proud.
Oh, Walter.
Holy crap. That part gets sad.
I think old Walter would have liked it out here. He was always a fan of looking tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say if he was here now.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to save the world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
My people shall never forget what you have done for them. We are proud to be part of Albion. I shall return to Aurora in the knowledge that we may at last enjoy peace. Farewell, Your Majesty.
Walter was right about you. You're a hero in every sense of the word. The hero Albion needed.
What will you do now?
I will continue to serve you the best way I can. I belong down in the city. The people there will always need help. Goodbye, my queen.
You have done what I thought impossible. You are the ruler I could never be. You don't need me anymore. And Albion will heal easier without me.
Well, Queen, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's my turn to say goodbye. I'm not cut out to be a general. And I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in Industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friends in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
This is the world as it could have been. Devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so, and you did it without becoming a tyrant. The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brother's reign. You kept your promise to Sabine and his people, when it would have been easier to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You swore an oath to Paige to better the lives of your people, and you did so even in the face of great danger. You did for the Aurorans what your brother would not. He broke his promise, but you proved to be the better leader. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, Queen.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
The future will reveal itself when it is ready to do so.
Okay. That was the end of Fable 3. It got really sad after. The story got really good. I thought there were going to be like wishes like the Fable 2 did. But I guess not. But the choices pretty much was the wishes, because it changed out the land. That was good. You have defeated Afram and FABLE. And my bat. But at a cost. Ben Bond. Message the tranny and diffle of Survivors, their disgrandens will forbear remember you as the ruler will lack the job. I think what they say. Priest. That part was pretty sad. So she was with him. I did kind of knew he was gonna die though, eventually.
You have accomplished something quite extraordinary. I do not think even your mother could have equaled it. The kingdom teetered on the brink of annihilation, and yet we live, all thanks to you. As for me, I'm just an old servant, and that is what I will always be. You know where to find me should you ever require my assistance, madam. To look upon this wall does put things in perspective, doesn't it?
Alright, I wanted to just try to get more up to fill these others up. When first Fable 3 came to this, it started out just reeling these others. I might do other videos where I just start with these. See what else we can do. See if it's maybe part of the story, but we'll find out sooner or later.
The Sanctuary shop has some new bits and bobs, I believe. Why not have a look?
Well, let's take a look, see what been unlocked. What have we accomplished at the end?
Counting, do you? This room is quite enormous. I wonder how much wealth it would take to fill it. I trust you are finding everything all right?
Well, let's look how scarred up her face is, though. That's weird. It was so pale at first.
Well, that hairstyle is quite modern.
That's probably from the gifts
I like
we've
what you've
got.
done with your hair. That makeup is sure to make an impression.
So that will cover up the scars and make her look beautiful.
A marvelous choice. A commendable change. I commend you.
This will cover up it all.
Well, sure.
She'll look much gorgeous.
Any other business to attend to? You've a new type of gauntlet available.
Okay. How about this ray? See if that door could be opened. First, let's see what we are able to get. We got all the ones down there.